So Stefon Diggs was at the Met Gala last night.
Yes, he was. And he looked interesting.
Mm-hmm. You have fashion takes on Stefon Diggs before we hear from some of the
I don't know. I want to hear your fashion takes on him. Did you see what Stefon Diggs was wearing?
Yeah, I just really...
Would you ever try that? For those who don't know, I'm going to try to put the picture up on my phone. I mean, it's like... see that on my camera.
It looks like a leather-ish suit. With no shirt.
It's like sparkly crocodile leather jacket and pants, and he's not wearing a shirt underneath it, and he has a choker kind of necklace. It's very tight.
It's like a tight diamond chain.
Yeah.
But what's the Met Gala do? Like, what's it for? What do they do there?
You don't even know.
It's like some museum benefit, I think.
It's a museum benefit?
Some museum benefit.
Fashion museum.
Can someone explain to me like I'm an idiot? Like I'm 5? Like I'm Michael Scott?
Explain it to you too. Slobs.
What is it, Paul?
Like the slobs you are, guys.
Stop insulting us.
It's
Tell us
another
what
thing that Paul really wants to go to. He'll never be invited to. That's what it is.
It's the world's most prestigious and glamorous fashion event.
Okay.
It's fashion's biggest night. Mm-hmm. An invitation, highly sought after. You want to buy a ticket? You know how much that goes for?
20 grand.
75 grand.
Wow.
75 grand. It was 50,000 last year.
I'd rather pay $200 for the lobster roll at the F1 race.
It went up 25,000 in just 1 year. So it's the first Monday of May and marks the opening of the Costume Institute's annual fashion exhibit, hosted on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. Guests are expected to curate their fashions to match the theme of the annual exhibit. So, yeah, this is something that has, over the last couple of years, become a very, very, I think...
It's always a big day on social media.
Instagram kind of event.
Yeah.
Because everyone's wearing wacky stuff.
Yeah, to me, it is just the day that I see a whole bunch of actors and actresses and musicians wearing crazy stuff, and I just scroll by. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
No,
keep it moving. Wow, Bad Bunny's holding a rose for some reason.
You never know what you're going to get at the Met Gala.
You really don't know what you're. It's like a box of chocolate.
All I know is that I have to ask serious questions about another Chicago franchise. You draft a player in the top 10 in the WNBA draft. She leaves from practice to fly to the Met Gala to be there when she has a preseason game the next day. How committed is Angel Reese to the Chicago Sky?
A great question.
I just don't know.
A great question. Now, again, it's part of not only a fashion show, but it's a fundraiser for something. What is it a fundraiser for?
I think it's a fundraiser for them.
Yeah, I think it's the costume thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it
is not said.
Is it for the Illuminati? Is this how the Illuminati is funded?
Whoa.
Through the Met Gala. It's Stefon Diggs in the Illuminati.
Oh, my.
Can you press the dump button there? Can you press the dump button? We can't have that going over the air. We can't have anyone asking questions about the Illuminati. Joe, I don't want any of us to one day just not show up for the show.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want that to ever happen.
Joe, do you have anything to say about Boeing while you're at it? God, like playing with fire.
No, Sean, you saying that is honestly playing with fire.
You know what? No.
I think they're doing a great job.
I've never had an issue on a Boeing plane.
Yeah. That's a fact. I've never had an issue with the Boeing plane. Also, we don't talk about all the planes that don't crash.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question about the Chicago Sky Zone Angel Reese and about how she maybe isn't putting the sky first. She's putting the Met Gala first. Well, I'm a little concerned that Stefon Diggs, newest member of the Houston Texans, is putting himself in harm's way. We just saw Tank Dell get shot. He just got shot. And now we have Stefon Diggs going to the same city where the Columbia occupied zone is. Did you see that people were marching in protest towards the Met Gala? Thousands of angry college-aged kids that don't seem to understand what they are protesting as part of the, quote, citywide day of rage, marched to the Met Gala with a primal scream on the hour from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. Things got to the point, Joe, where protesters set off smoke bombs and flares, and Stefon Diggs should have known better. You know, while Stefon Diggs was on Houston highways, missing exits and adding 17 minutes to his ETA, I think he could have perhaps taken a look at his phone, because I'm assuming he has a driver, and said,
I don't think so. I don't think he has a driver.
You don't think?
I mean,
I hope
why
he's not tweeting that and driving it.
Why is he complaining so much about missing his exits if he's not the one driving?
Well, I think in New York he doesn't have I think he at least has an Uber Black or something.
That's true.
If you're in Buffalo, you would have a car. If you're in New York City,
the Upper East Side,
right? But he was tweeting about this. I'm guessing yesterday while he was maybe going to the airport or something.
Yeah,
like that.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he must have been at like driving to the airport and missed his exit.
He probably missed
Hobby.
his exit to Bush.
Or Bush.
Yeah.
That it is.
Which
that area.
That's tough.
That area does suck.
That is a really tough area to miss an
sucks.
exit.
That area, that whole part. It's terrible to go all the way up there. Yeah, you missed your exit there. Not great. You go to the wrong gate. Even worse, especially if you get trapped in that spot. I think it's C gate. I think the United gate is where it's just like an absolute zoo because of construction and stuff. It's been like that for a while. A is not much better either. B is the secret spot where you should get dropped off. Guys, for those who don't know, John Granado taught me that. It was a great lesson.
Whoa! Don't tell everyone.
Whatever.
Hey, they're our friends.
Whatever. These are our friends that we're talking to.
Now it's not going to be the secret spot.
But Stefon Diggs put himself in harm's way less than a week after Tank Dell got shot. It could have gotten bad there. Could have gotten bad. Luckily, New York's finest, they kept the protest away. Is it because they're getting paid by the Met Gala people? Probably. Kind of ironic that this is like the same place where we've seen statements like tax the rich worn by Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez. Well, at that, but Stefon Diggs, dangerous, man.
This is the kind of event that this isn't where Lady Gaga years ago wore the meat dress.
I think so.
So, you know.
I was thinking
Sam Smith wore balloons.
while we were talking about Stefon Diggs being here and Angel Reese, how's Caleb Williams not at this? This seems like it's right up Caleb Williams'
So
alley.
true. Well, no, he's not good enough for it yet. Not good enough.
He's at Wrigley, putting up his bear claw.
He just swagger jacked that from Baylor, by the way.
And no one does it besides Caleb. It's dumb. They gotta tell him to stop.
I mean, it would have been pretty sick though if he showed up to the Met Gala just wearing like a bear skin. You know,
Yeah, you're
like he's
right.
a storm cloak from Skyrim.
Yeah. I didn't get that reference.
No, I was thinking like one of the hunters in Red Dead Redemption 2.
I understand
Or
that one.
If
A
Leo,
legendary pelt.
if
you know?
Leo had beaten the bear, what would have happened to that bear? Yeah, you turn it into a pelt, but that bear. I remember the build up to the Revenant being released. I remember someone said, "Well, Leonardo is sexually assaulted by the bear in the movie." I'm like, no, that I doubt that happens. I doubt that happens. Stop. Those were things that were being said about the movie before it was released.
that.
I was like, well, okay, he's really going all in for the Oscar. I don't know.
I mean, he's finally got to get one.
I don't know
It
what's
worked.
gonna happen.
Isn't that what he won with? I think that's what he won with.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that's what he finally won with.
Which is crazy. It's so funny that we had to ask which one he won with. Like, there's like three others that we were like, no, it had been that one.
I mean, he's like the Peyton Manning of acting. Just can't win enough.